Good evening. I am back with another encouraging word. Do not, do not reject or harden your heart towards the lessons that you are being taught. I know it seems like everything that you go through has to be a lesson. Everything you have to be taught, you have to be stretched, you have to be pulled. And it's never the receiving, season. But I want you to think about it like this. When you are in school, grades kindergarten up through the 12th grade, every year you are learning lessons from your teacher in order to elevate to the next grade. If you do not learn the lessons in the grade that you are in, that teacher will hold you back and make you repeat those lessons again until you get it. So you either going to have to put your mind to it, do what you're supposed to do, and pass that grade level so that you can elevate to the next, or you're just going to keep failing. One of the two. And you continue to elevate with each grade. And the lessons that you're learning is preparing you for that next grade level until you reach graduation. Listen at what I'm telling you. You cannot elevate until you get the lesson. And sometimes some of us, we get so angry and ask God, why do we have to keep going through this? Rather, we should be asking God, what are we missing? What didn't I see? What didn't I get? And rather than having to repeat the lesson, ask God from the top. What is it that I need to learn? What is it that you need me to see? Expose it all before me so that I can pass this level to elevate to the next. But most of the time, we don't do that. We just get so caught up in the lesson and we just want to give up. We want to throw in the towel. Like with me, the last relationship that I was in, I'm just going to keep it all the way real with y'all. It put me in a very, very, very dark place. I was so depressed. I was hurting. I knew out the start that that relationship was not for me to be in. But then, as all of us do, I settled. Even though I knew better, God had already told me beforehand, this ain't for you. But I settled because I'm looking at that timing and I'm like, look, you getting to the bottom of the barrel, Slick. What you gonna do? You desire to be married. Maybe the person that you truly want don't exist. That's what I told myself. So I settled. But the whole time I'm talking to God like, hey, what's going on? And I felt like even though I know this is not for me, I felt like I was supposed to be there. And I felt like until I got what I needed to get, I wasn't going to be able to move. Because at one point, I seriously felt the only way out was take your own life. I felt like I could not get out of that relationship. It was the worst relationship I had in any relationship. And after, I'm spending time with God And I'm like, God, why did that happen? Why was it that I chose this? Because I settled. I didn't wait for you. I didn't seek you. But why did I feel like I needed to be there? And what I felt was, remember the prayer that was prayed. That if I can get out of this, I will not look back, and I will wait for God to bring what God has specifically for me. See, sometimes just because we don't always understand what's going on, and we just look at it like, oh, here comes another lesson. No, learn the lesson. See what the lesson is. Because I promise y'all, after spending time with God, it was like, now you won't go back. All these years, you had to repeat the same lesson, settling, when you knew before entering into the relationship that that is not what I have for you. You knew it because I told you. But you did it because of your impatience and because of your own insecurities. Come on, I'm not the only one. But now you're in a position where you have to learn this lesson before you can go any further. And the reason for this is because I need you to understand I don't want you going back. So I have to fix it in a way that you don't turn back. You're not going to want to go back. You're going to stand and you're going to wait for me to do it. And y'all, when I look back, that was 7 years ago. I've been single for 7 years. And when I look back, I have no desire. I've made up in my mind, I'm not settling. Have I had guys come to me? Absolutely. But I rejected them because now I'm seeking God and I'm listening because I don't ever want to go back where God delivered me from. And it took me having to repeat that lesson several times for me to get it this time. And I'm okay with it because once I learned the lesson, God was able to now step in, give me all the instructions I need, and guide me, heal me, strengthen me, teach me for the level that is about to take place in my life. Had I not went through that, I couldn't appreciate my now, and I wouldn't be able to appreciate what's about to take place. There's no way. So don't grow a hard heart when God is teaching you something. Because everything he does is for a reason, and it's for our good. It's to benefit us, y'all. Don't disregard it. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't get angry. It's frustrating and it's not easy. But you cannot think that God is going to take you to the next level if you have not learned what you needed to learn at the level you're at. Let God teach you. Let him show you. Do the lesson and be done with it so that he can elevate you and bring to you the promise he has waiting for you. Because it's waiting. Now it's time to do the work. And that's exactly what God is doing. Get it done. Have a good evening.